Sup nerds, welcome to the Omni4Game podcast, episode 81. I am Sean, I'm joined with Chris and Brandon as always.
Alright, sup guys, this week's Omni4Game recap. We go over both of our locals as always. We finally look at some top deck lists to see what the post-ban list is looking like. We do our weekly reveals, and then we hit your comment questions. So if you guys like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Alright, first topic, Trinity locals recap.
I think this is the first time I'm not going first on this.
Probably. I should have checked this. Let me just go into history real quick. Shout out the app that lets you do that.
So Sean, you were going first.
It is me going first, yes. So I played Angels, which was this week's members only vote win. And round one I played against Excel, which unfortunately has access to DEVO and DP reduction, as well as Robbie was playing a bunch of heavy Leo support cards in the deck as well, which have even more DEVO and DP reduction than regular Excel. And I haven't watched the entire match back, but I just looked at like the first three quarters of game one, and I opened the nuts versus a deck that doesn't have outs to Dom Angelwomon. But he devoed and killed he devoed the Dom and killed the Angelwomon on his next turn. And from that point forward, I did like super suboptimal plays. I basically just handed him game one. I won game two very quickly, and then game three was a grind, but he ended up killing me in turns. But I haven't watched those games, but I'm sure I was probably playing poorly as well in game three if I were to guess. Round two, played against Nightmare Soldiers. He couldn't do anything. Like, I think he was missing Bolt Boutmon or like some combo piece the entirety of game one, and I just killed him. And then game two, I established Dom Angelwomon, and he did manage to Bolt Boutmon my field, and it cleared my board, and trashed one security, but it didn't keep turn. So he ended up with a Bolt Bout and two Demi Devimons on the field, and then I promoted a Patamon, evoed into a Gatomon for free, I think. And I ended up like Shadow Seraphing his Bolt Boutomon, maintaining turn because of Overflow, because he had a Piedmon in it. And ended up clearing his board and had like a Cherub and other stuff on the field. And he never came back from that point. I just killed him eventually. And then round three, played against Finley playing BT 15 Metal Garurumon. That's an auto loss if I promote and establish Dom Angelwomon for him. They literally don't have any outs in their deck for it. They just have to sit there and take it.
Yep.
And I did just that, and he just lost 2-0. It was very one-sided. And it ended up coming in... Shout out to Robbie. I was apparently his only win, so he decimated my tiebreakers, and I came in fifth.
Wah wah.
Yeah.
I got third, so I'll be going next. Round one, I played against Finley. Of course, he was playing Garu, and I was playing Red Hybrid. And it was 1-0-1. So he kind of spent like almost the entirety of the round just building his deck. And I'm playing Red Hybrid, so I don't give a damn. I know as soon as we start the game's over. So we finally start game one, and I kill him. And then they call for turns as I'm ending the game. So I was like, alright, yep, I got it. Realistically, I should have just won the match because of time rules, but whatever. Round two, I played against Todd. He's playing Diaboromon this week. Game one, he OTK'd me because he had the Rush Inherit before I could do anything to like really set myself up. Like I had a pretty okay start, whereas he had the nuts. Game two, I killed him on my third turn. He left two rookies on the board after they had one of them had checked his security and given him a scramble or like a something. And I was like, oh, well, okay, whatever. He left both my rookie standings. I think I evoed into a Goonie to pass turn, hoping he'd delete it and I could play all the dudes out and stuff, play my tamers and stuff, but he just de-evoed it and left it there. So he's at 4 security, and I have 2 bodies and the security check +1 Takuya. So security check +1 Takuya with a dude, Atomic Inferno, 3 security, swing with the other 2, game's over. Game 3, he left an Infirmon on the board, and I guess he was trying to bait me into swinging, but I was just like, Emperor Greymon, pop it? And I guess, like, he didn't have a way to out the Emperor Greymon, like, he didn't have a way to de-evo it, nothing. So, like, he had to hard play the 17 Armageddon, and had to give me 8 memory to do so. And I had 4 tamers on the board. So let's do the math. Everything cost 2, and 2 of the tamers were the gain 2 memory when you check a security. So I had a lot of swings. So obviously I win that one. Josh was round 3. He was playing Burbs, and that's the game I lost 0-2. So game 1, I threw so unbelievably hard that I just about died. Basically, I had lethal. He had checked Atomic Inferno out of my security, and he had 4 security left, and I was promoting a rookie. No, rookie was already on the board. Rookie was already on the board and had 2 tamers. So the whole plan was check 1 security with my 1K rookie, it dies. Whoop-de-doo, he did his job. Finish off the rest of the security with one of my tamers, turning it into a Emperor, or not Emperor, Burning, and it checks all the rest of them, and then hybrid for game on the last one. My rookie survived both checks, and in my excitement, I was like, oh, cool, I don't have to use Atomic Inferno on the Burning Greymon to confirm lethal anymore, because he's just going to be able to check the last 2. I checked a Mega out of security, it died, and I lost on the spot. Had I just activated the Atomic Inferno, he would have been bigger, and I just would have won. But I was just like so jazzed that my little 1K rookie survived both of his Atomic Inferno checks that I just lost on the spot. Game 2, I bricked so hard and so unbelievably bad. Like, Sean even laughed at my hand. It was that bad. Like, I handed it to him and he just laughed at it. I literally never saw Tamer. I never saw a level 3. I just kept drawing level 4s. And I can't just hard drop them, because they just get deleted with no benefit.
Yeah, not against that deck.
Yeah, so, because especially since he's... No, game 1 is the one he opened up with the Aguni. The one of Aguni.
I forgot about that.
Bro,
I'm sitting he's to my left, and Josh goes, Sean, I'm broken. And he shows me his hand, and it's just the one of Aguni in his hand, and I start laughing.
No, the worst part is he activates Analog Youth as the first play of the game, and it reveals Ancient, and I'm just like, ah.
I was like,
alright, I'm getting high rolled.
I was like, alright, you need one more card, Analog Youth, Ancient Greymon.
There it is.
Yep.
So I basically just sat there and passed turns for 5 turns in a row and just let him. He just killed me. So, not even a Tamer in my security. It was that bad. So I basically didn't even get to play. So I kind of just lost to myself because of game 1. Like, at least I could have forced a game 3. But you know, it is what it is. That's it.
So I got second at Trinity. Round 1, I played against Chronicle. We ended up tying. I was playing Angels. Well, it's another week where Creed is playing a deck he's never played before. I don't know if he actually has.
I don't think he does. I think he just borrows decks.
Yeah. I think he just borrows decks, and then he kind of just tries... Creed's a pretty smart guy. He plays a lot of card games and knows a lot of them, so...
Trying to go through the game, kind of learning as he goes.
Yeah. So me and Spencer, who's the owner of the Chronicle deck, we're both kind of like helping him play through it. So I'm extremely distracted through this entire match. I win round 1, game 1. Game 2, I lose because he does have access to stuff like D-Evo and like DP neg and stuff like that, which can really hurt Angels.
Okay, I don't remember you saying what you were playing.
Yeah, I'm playing Angels again. And then game 3, make a massive blunder because again, I'm so distracted that everyone around me is distracted. Spencer's distracted because even he picked it up afterwards. Creed has no idea because Creed barely knows what a lot of his cards are doing. So like I shouldn't expect him to know what my cards are doing. If I'm playing against someone like Sean, none of this is a problem. Or Brandon.
I know how your deck works better than you do.
Right. So we got to a point where I Valder armed him. I miscounted initially. I thought I could kill him. I was one attack off. I don't know where I got the extra swing from. But anyways, I Valder armed him. I also had a Pillowmon on the board and one other Digimon. I can't remember exactly what the other Digimon was. Anyways, so I decide to clear his board, and then I'll just kill him the following turn because we're in turns. And I get one more turn after his. I can definitely kill him there. I go to clear his board. I attack into his Digimon. Blah, blah, blah. Shenanigans. He activates the Chronicle delay option, which allows him to play a body. And again, because... No.
It promotes their Digimon.
I'm sorry. I hit the option out of security.
Okay.
I hit the option out of security. My bad. Because it's the one that allows them to play something.
I was like, you got cheated.
Yeah. No. Again.
I mean, I got he's still dead.
Yeah. So
at the end of the day.
I forgot. You mentioned there's a Pillowmon on the field.
Yes. So he gets to play out the level 3 searcher.
Does he?
Dig. Yeah. Well.
Does he?
Because he like picks it up out of security and he goes to read it, and me and Spencer are like, oh, that allows you to play blah blah blah. We start explaining the card to him, so he's like, oh, okay, so he gets to do it. So he plays it. Now see, there's 2 things happening here. 1, Pillowmon's on the board. Okay, even if we forget that one. 2, I just Valder armed him. He shouldn't get any on play effects. So again,
effing up.
Yeah. So again, and then he searches. He draws for turn. And then I literally look down on my board after shuffling my hand. I look down and I go, oh my god. Me and Spencer, I look at Spencer and I go, Spencer, none of what he just did was illegal. And Spencer's like, what do you mean? Yeah.
Literally none of it.
I go, look at my board. And he goes, oh no. We had realized, 1, we had gone too far. He had seen too many cards. There was no repairing this board state. I was okay with it because like I missed it too, but like it's what happens when I get distracted, and I'm also like helping Creed play, and anyways, he then does some shenanigans. He does his because he wouldn't have had because he didn't have anything in raising, so he had nothing coming up. So that level 3 literally changed the entire game, because now he does his whole Chronicle shtick, where he starts swinging and digivolving up, which he eventually gets into the Oriumon, which de-evos my Valder arm. So now I don't have the extra security check, so now I can't kill him. So anyways, it comes back to my turn. We end up tying. Whatever, I'm okay with it. I missed it, it's my fault. I wouldn't let it happen again that night. Trust me, because it comes up again. So then round 2, I play against Red Purple Imperial. I win that one 2-1. Nothing too much of significance happens in that. Valder Arm's a pretty good card against that matchup. They don't get a whole lot of their on plays. Plus Dom Angelomon is just really strong, wall setup. And then round 3,
it's a purple, I get paired up against.
Yeah, and then round 3 play against Ben, who is playing 7 Great Demon Lords. Now, back in the pinnacle of Angels and 7 Great Demon Lords, I heard a lot of war stories between Sean and Ben, because those were the 2 decks they like grinded the most, they played the most, they probably know the best.
It's what we both took to the Nationals championship.
Yes. So I tried to remember all the little things Sean told me about this matchup. 1, hard player Doms, because they can't Evo it. 2, Lilithmon is like the worst card you can try and... Yeah, it's the boogeyman. So blah, 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 blah. I take all these notes. I win game 1. I lose game 2, and then game 3... Game 1 is where the round one mistake came up again, where I went into Valderarm, swung into security. I hit Rival's Barrage, killed the Valderarm, popped out my 2 bodies again. Hey, perfect. Thanks for the Cherubimon and the Dom again with no sources. They came back out.
That's pretty dope.
And yeah, Cherubimon effect, played pillow, blah blah blah. I'm like, sweet, this is awesome. And then it comes back to Ben's turn. He hard played the Lucimon, and he goes, effect, and I go, no.
Nope.
I activated Valderarm last turn, and he had forgotten. So he owned up to that and says, oh, I've already done this, I forgot. He lost that game. Go to game 2, I end up losing that game. He saw Lilithmon both of those games. Game 1, I had an out to it. Game 2, I did not have an out to it, so that's why I ended up losing game 2. Game 3, I literally put on my Sean pants, cut my hair into Sean's hair, you know, cleaned up a little bit, and I go, I'm gonna play exactly like Sean. Draw my hand, I see it, perfect. Okay, Ben goes first, plays his stuff. I go, okay, Dom, hard play. There you go, 9 memory, 8 memory, whatever it was. Ben's like, okay. He does his turn, passes back to me. I go, okay, Dom, your turn. Okay. My turn again. Angelmon Ace, your turn. Okay. Angelmon Ace. Okay. And then I just start hard playing everything. Everything. Cherubimon Ace, effect, boom, blow up your Digimon, blah blah blah. It literally got to the point where I had everything on the board. And then I held 2 Cherubimon Aces in my hand. Because I play 3, because I only have access to 3.
Budgetary.
So I had hard play. I had hard played 1 earlier, so that means I saw 3. And then I have a bunch of level 5 aces on the board. I have I have 2 Doms on the board. I'm not swinging at Ben until he's like absolutely done. He Agudamons me. Activates its effects.
He literally says, I just have to hope you don't have Cherub.
Yes. He swings. I Digivolve into Cherubimon. Blow up his Agudamon. And then he has a Biting Crush on the board. And a Leviamon. And
a Leviamon in trash and a Levi X in trash.
Yes. And I see the Biting Crush, and I'm like, that's not happening, bud. I Digivolve into Cherubimon Ace, and Ben goes, okay. Anything else? I go, no.
No.
And he swings with Leviamon. Just to do it, I Digivolved into the other Cherubimon Ace, so I could feel like Sean and assert my dominance. Did not activate the effect again. Blew up his board, and then killed him the following turn.
Yeah.
So I got second place that night.
Nice. Proud of you.
Yeah. Sean was not. He said just because my deck is regular arts, he's not proud of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you have 1 alt art in your deck, and it's the 1 Cherub.
No, the Angemons are all alt arts.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot. You don't know.
Because we bought a case of that set, and we pulled 4 Angemon alt arts. It was crazy.
We also pulled 2 War Greys. No, 3, because I think we traded 2 of them to Sean, and then he sold them when he got rid of his bond stuff because he's a dirty hoe bag.
Alt arts?
I think so.
No, you still have.
You still have those?
I don't have alt arts. I have a playset of regular arts that I got from you guys.
I swear, maybe it was.
It's possible. No, I definitely didn't get them from you because I pulled an alt art of BT14 out of my box or case that I opened, and I sold it immediately for like $50.
I think he got the Agumons.
Whatever
Anyways,
it was.
so yeah, I got second place Tuesday. Yeah.
So. Congratulations, Angel's best deck.
I mean, especially when a lot of people in the room, we're going to get to this when we get to Friday, just don't have the outs in their deck.
Hey.
Because, oh boy, Friday was...
That's not my fault.
Happened.
So, Chris maintains that he was telling me that he's the best Angels player at Locals because he came in second place.
Well, I did better than you both Friday. No, you didn't play Angels Friday. But I got the Friday night before. I also topped with Angels, and then I did it again Tuesday, so I was claiming
Did you come in
to be
first?
The best Angels.
Did you win?
No, I said I can't claim it. I can't claim it now because I didn't get first on Friday. All right, you got first this Friday.
Let's move to TBS.
I can't claim it now anymore, and I didn't. I did it on the car ride there, and I did it for the week from Tuesday night till before the tournament Friday. I claimed I was the best Angels player in the group now because I was seeing results with Angels.
Yeah. He got a taste of power, went to his head.
Yes.
He gloated for a week straight.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brandon. I think I've had better results than you in the past couple weeks. In your what did you call it? Your depression era?
Yeah, this is my depression era.
Okay, go ahead, Brandon, because I'm guessing you're going first again.
He is.
You would be correct. I broke exactly even.
Wait,
anyway.
I can't wait. What'd you play against in round 3, Brandon?
We'll get there. Anyway, yeah, don't jump ahead. God.
We had a nice turnout last night.
Yeah, 16 people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one of them just left right after round 1 and didn't say
One of them just ghosted us after round 1.
I wonder if somebody told him, like, hey, you smell bad. And he was just like, oh.
Hey, can you get the hell out of here?
Yeah, get out.
I don't blame him. It was packed there last night. It was kind of like a bad night to have that many people.
Yeah, it was like
kind of Magic pre-released.
Magic pre-releases are the worst. It's the only time they come.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, let me get this product so I can never come back here until the next pre-release.
Every time. Just like our pre-releases, honestly.
Yeah,
so anyway,
now that you mention it, yeah. Similar to our pre-releases.
Yeah. So round 1 I played against Caleb. He was playing Doru, Dex Doru, whatever you want to call it. Basically, game 1 and 2, I kind of just killed him.
A word?
Before he could even like hit a level 6 on the board. Because both games he like swung with a rookie, and both games he hit a tamer.
Ouch.
I think it was game 2. He swung at me twice, and both checks were Takuyas. So sad for him.
Indeed.
Like the game was over so fast, especially since in game 2 he kind of like low-key bricked. He wasn't seeing level 4s. Game 1 and 2 were over so fast. Sean, who was like, I guess, beaming that his game was over so fast.
I wasn't beaming, but my round was over very quickly.
Dude was literally rubbing his nips like, yes, my round 1 was over so
You couldn't
fast.
see that. Your head was turned.
You're right. I could feel it. I could feel the presence.
You could feel me rubbing my nips.
Yeah. But,
he
turned around and goes, oh, you guys are already done. Yeah, we've been done. Like, all our stuff is already packed up and everything.
I won in less than 20 minutes. I get up to walk around. I turn around. They already have their stuff packed up.
Yeah, we were done in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, hey, but that's what happens when you play, like, normal Red Hybrid. Security check plus 1 Takuya plus Atomic Infernos is pretty disgusting.
It's pretty good if you're playing against a deck that you can do stuff to.
Yeah. Very much unlike round 2, where I played against Sean. And I literally don't have a chance in that period. Like, the only thing I could ever do in that matchup is Crimson Blaze him before he pops off, so he can't put out the Angelomon. But even then, like, it doesn't do a whole lot. It, like, delays him a turn.
In order to win, you have to...
kill you before you set up Dom Angelomon.
Yes. You have to rush me down before I get a chance to set up. Once I set up, the game's over.
Yeah. So... he sets up like super early game 1. I think it was like his second turn. Second or third. And then I'm just like, at that point, just like, all right, turn my card sideways. All right, blow it up. Okay, cool. Turn this other card sideways. All right, blow it up. All right, now turn this card sideways. Yeah, okay, cool. I'll let you get that one. Next turn, blow it up. Okay. Yeah, like game 2, it was like I potentially could have just killed him.
I opened up slow. If you had the cards in your hand, you could have just won that game very easily.
But I didn't have the level 6. I didn't have the Emperor. If I would have just had the Emperor, I would have just won that game. But I didn't have it. It really sucks when you have 5 hybrids in trash so early and you just don't have the Emperor.
I had to hard play a Shadow Seraphi to pass turn to de-evo your level 4 back into a Tamer and just hope that I didn't die through 3 security.
Which was very possible. I could have.
You had 5 hybrids. You had the Warp Takuya out. You were going to 4 memory to start your turn.
And with 2 Tamers, one of them being the Warp one, like... Yeah, Shadow Seraphi plus the Ace Overflow. Yeah, I'd have been Gucci.
I was concerned.
I mean, the Emperor by himself is already 3 checks.
Yeah. I was like, this is all I can do. Hopefully he just doesn't have it.
I just didn't have it.
Yep.
Sad. So, then round 3, I played against Robbie playing Volkmon. Game 1, I bricked. I didn't see any level 4s. Which is crazy, because I played a lot of level 4s in that game, or in that deck. I just didn't see any, like, at all. My hand was just clogged with, like, my mid-range stuff and Tamers, which doesn't really do anything by themselves, so sad. Game 2, I just completely whiffed one of my turns. I was aiming to clear his board, but I messed up my sequencing and my math, because his dude was 14, and I thought I was going to be able to get to a high enough DP threshold, and then I realized I didn't have the right cards in trash to tuck. I had a bunch of on deletion play Tamers, which normally very good, not very good when you're trying to swing over something. If I would have just seen Aldemon, I think I would have been fine. But like, I kind of realized too late I wasn't going to be able to do what I wanted to do, and it ended up just doing nothing. So I kind of just whiffed on a turn. Had I realized I didn't have the capability of doing what I thought I did, I play the turn completely different, and I probably don't just lose on the spot. Instead, I basically just lost on the spot, because I'm just a Papega. I'm just a little bit stupid. So, you know, it is what it is. Then round 4, I played against Rapid. He was playing Sakuya. I have a card called Aldemon. He has a card that says I keep Digivolving into a body that doesn't do anything. And then I say Aldemon, he just doesn't care about what's in your security. You're just dead anyway. Oh, I hit a plug-in? Nuh-uh.
No,
I hit a training? Nuh-uh. Oh, I hit Rika? Okay, I guess you can have that one. But yeah, that game didn't last long at all. I don't even think he cleared 2 of my security. Like it was so funny. Like, he had a really wide board because of all his token playing and stuff like that. And I was just like, cool. No, it wasn't tokens. It was 3 Renamons. He had 3 Renamons. And I had just popped his big stack with the Tau Ace under it. So I had 3 memory again, and I was just like, Crimson Blaze go to 0?
That's the problem with that deck, man.
Yeah.
Their cards are just sitting out there like, yo.
Peak spread.
Don't touch me.
Yo, do me.
Don't touch me, please.
Hey, don't say that about Renamon. There are people out there who are like,
very fragile.
I see people playing like some of the Dynasmon stuff to give them like some protection, because I think the top end is data, but
that's cool.
It waters down your engine doing that.
Yeah. Because it has a lot of drawing. I mean, they have like at least 2 cards in that deck where it's like, hey, draw 2 cards. So it's like you draw a lot of cards, but you just don't do a whole lot.
That's always been.
I also think that's the problem with his deck, though, is I don't think he has like Shine Greymon, or not Shine Greymon, Ruin Mode.
Dark mode.
I don't think he does either. So like, there is no payoff for him combo. His combo is just playing a bunch of tokens and maybe being able to like Diaboromon-esque rush you down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up dead even 2-2. I think I ended up in like 7th or something like that.
Yes, 7th exactly. Good guess.
Nice.
That was no guess. He knew.
Okay.
I read it.
He was just playing it off.
He probably saw it. He does do the pairings.
Yeah, I read it once and was like, okay, cool. I guess that's a good placement for how I did. And then, yeah, that was it.
Top 50%.
Yeah. Hey,
above average.
That's better. That's better than some weeks. Some weeks you ain't so lucky.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll go next. I got 4th place. I went X1 with Royal Knights. Round 1 played against Galaxy. She said that was her 2nd time playing the deck. So
games.
Yeah, I was also kind of helping her a little bit because she was still trying to figure out like what she could add off her searchers and everything, and I'm like, you get both of those targets, blah blah blah. Game 1, she bricked on level 4s, which is crazy because you play so many in that deck. By the time she eventually did see them, it was too late. My Omnimon was coming out, and all the boys were getting together. Game 2, she was able to play a little bit more, but she still never made it into a level 6. I would just blow up her bodies and clear them before, anything crazy could happen. Round 2, played against Sakuyamon. Same kind of thing that I was just mentioning. That deck does a whole lot of, not damage, because he would have a whole board with a bunch of stuff, and then I would come back to my turn, and I would just be like, okay, I'm killing all of them. Here's a Gallantmon. Here's
don't have a board.
Here's Jessmon. Here's Jessmon GX.
Here's John.
You're losing your board, and then once that happens, it just comes back to my turn, and then I kill him. Round 3, played against probably the first real matchup I had all night, against Ben playing Red Purple Imperial. I would probably need a lot more practice against that matchup just to know when to like Omni X, when to play Medieval, when to activate Medieval's effect. I think I did a good job of it in game 1, knowing when to activate the Medieval, because Ben just like played out a Wormmon, activated its effect, and then waited for me, and he's like, anything? And I'm like, no. And he's just like, well, that's surprising. And I'm like, Ben, I mess up a lot, but I hopefully know when to try and activate this effect, like when it's gonna be important. So, he tries to do his combo, and then he pauses, and I go, now I would like to activate my effect and blow this up. Now that the memories come to my side, and you can no longer combo.
Yeah.
If I interrupt here.
Yeah, if you wait for him to get to end of turn, that's when you're like, blow up one of your dudes. Because he has to have, I think, Pyodramon as one of his level 5s when he does that, in order to keep you from stopping his combo.
That's another thing, too. I keep forgetting that the 2 new level 5s, the Dino and Pyodramon, both have all turns, like, pseudo protection against different things.
Mm-hmm. Say the opposite.
So there was
protection.
Yeah, so like I had another Medieval that I could have used to interrupt. I don't think it would have mattered at this point because the memory wasn't passing to my side, but I just didn't use it at all. There was a time where he could have played something. I could have blown it up. I was like, I'll wait till a little bit further in his combo to do it, and then he ended up playing out the Pyodramon, where it's like if either one would be destroyed, it could immediately DNA. And I'm like, well, now I can't use it. There's no point.
Yep.
So I wasted it for nothing because I forgot about that.
I think he plays 1-1 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So so I think I lose game 1. I win game 2. I saw Medieval both of those games. Now game 3 I ended up losing. I did not see Medieval. He was just able to. I think he just started poking me a lot sooner. And I just wasn't able to answer the bodies before he could start poking me. Like I would also try to establish a bunch of blockers, but when I knew I lost is when he played. I had like 2 blockers on the board and like 2 security. I can't remember exactly. And he played out both Wormons that when attacking suspended Digimon. I'm like, oh okay, yeah. You got this. So I ended up losing that one, and then round 4 I played against Robbie playing Pulsemon or Bulkmon. I got game 1. The only time the deck is scary is like once he reaches his like top end, and that's not like absolutely terrifying. The only card I'm like, hey, I don't want to see is like Takamiki Izuchi. But it is also
to the level 7 combo that Lugomon does.
Yeah, it is crazy where I'm like, all right, here's 2 memory, go ahead, and then he like promotes and goes, okay, I'm at 6 now. I'm like, whoa, where'd all that come from?
How you do that?
Yeah, how you do that? And he just gains a bunch of free memory for nothing. But it's crazy because most decks, if they had that, they're like, hey, I'm popping off here, and this deck's kind of like, I'm kind of doing
Here's
stuff.
The normal level 6 play.
I am achieving things.
Yeah. The card that actually really hurt him in that matchup was not Medieval. It was Gallantmon. Because it has the on play when attacking, when digivolving, blow stuff up. So I kept purging it back out. Obviously, when get its on play, but then I would swing with it, activate its when attacking, blow stuff up. So I just kept clearing his board with that card. It would get absorbed because he had hit a couple purges out of my security, and then I had also played a couple. So I would like just keep bringing it back. There was one turn I hard played, Oryukin, blew something up, activated purge, brought the Gallant back out, swung with the Gallant, cleared a body, checked the security, gained 3 memory, played another card, blew up his other body, and then just kind of like established there. And yeah, I just ended up winning game 3 like that. So,
nice.
I really didn't get to do the Omni X Omekamon combo too much, which is a good thing because that just means you're kind of in a bad position if you're having to do that.
Yeah.
But I did get to do it once against Ben, and it did come up because his Imperialmon Dragon mode did not have partition at the time, and I think he was expecting me to blow up the Dragon mode, but he had only seen that one all game. I didn't see any in his trash. Again, he could have some in his hand. I just kind of have to hope he doesn't. So I blow up his other Digimon and then bottom deck the Imperialmon. And he was just like, "Oh, dang, that's my only one." And then he could have either chosen to try to continue the combo and risk not seeing another Dragon mode, or just like do something else the past turn and then hope I can't kill him on the following turn. He literally draws the next card and it's Dragon mode. So if he would have just gone for it, he would have just definitely won right there on the spot. But he didn't.
I mean, how you supposed
and
to
then unfortunately,
that, you know?
yeah, unfortunately I can't kill him on the following turn, so he gets to do it anyways. So yeah, so I ended up with in fourth place. Yeah, going X1.
Nice.
Hey, good job.
Proud of you.
So I played Angels, as I do when it's the weekly vote.
Not proud of you.
I played against my own deck round 1. Lucas from Mobile asked if one of his friends could borrow my Necromon deck, and I was like, sure, if he wants to. And I ended up getting paired with him round 1, so I knew exactly what the list was, and like, also he didn't see Necromon game 1 or game 2 ever, despite searching a lot of cards. Like, I think at one point he had resolved like 3 Ghostmon searchers in like game 1 and just never saw Necromon.
That's crazy.
But even if he did that, you have to see Necromon on top of the D-Evo level 5, and that's like the only possible way you could possibly get around Dom, and if I have double Dom, it's not happening for you. I ended up winning.
Double Doming?
Yeah, you got a double Dom versus people that have access to D-Evo.
Wow, I can't believe you're such a dirty double Dommer.
I do, I double Dom.
Double Dommer, that sounds so awful.
Yeah, that was free. Won that 2-0 in like less than 20 minutes and turned around and Brandon had already packed up his stuff. Round 2, played against Brandon, which I already knew he was playing Red Hybrid, and he knew what I was playing, so he went into it, I think, just expecting a loss.
Exactly what happened?
Yeah. Game 1, I turned 2, Dom Angelwomoned him, and it was over. And then game 2, I opened slowly and could not establish Dom Angelwomon for like several turns, but he also opened slowly, and I was finally able to establish it after several turns and ended up winning from there. He was giving me shit for playing optimally on the turn that I was going to lethal him. And he's like, why are you doing this? This is BM. And I'm like, you literally activated a Crimson Blaze against me. I am going to play around Crimson Blaze in your security. And so I played the turn optimally to play around it to where I could protect everything, but what was already swung into security. Optimally. Check a Crimson Blaze. It blows up the Gatomons that had already swung. Yeah, so joke's on you. Ended up killing him, obviously, 2-0. Round 3, played against Deep Savers. Game 1, I opened Dom Angelwomon, like turn 2, which is pretty common. And I get touched real hard because he has access to Metal Siegramon. And he can loop the same Metal Siegramon multiple times in one turn, to where like even if I have double Dom out, he can de-evo each Dom and just like ruin me. It's real rough.
The difference between like playing against, like, you can't hard drop it either, because what's Dom, like a 12th play cost? So if he DNAs in the Aegis, he can bottom deck it, right?
I mean, he can try.
Protect it.
Oh yeah, I guess you could just use protecting. Yeah, so just hard drop it, Sean.
Dude's over here playing Angels and doesn't know that.
I'm trying to think why you would just hard,
right? I mean,
yeah, just hard play it.
He can attempt to do it.
Yeah, he can.
I mean,
giving them 10 memory or something like that is awful.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a winning play.
Hey, he doesn't have to worry about it getting bottom decked or a de-evo.
You know, you're not wrong. However, I do have to worry about him promoting and just lethaling me through 5 security because I gave him 10 memory.
That's the risk you got to take.
Okay. So anyways, against that matchup specifically, if I can't establish double Dom, which actually triple Dom is the safest, because then if he sees a Metal Siegramon and loops it, basically I have to play into that matchup as if Dom Angelwomon isn't a thing and just play into it and don't really care about my Dom, because it's not going to protect my board very successfully if he sees Metal Siegramon. So I just aggroed him out game 2. Ended up winning that because he never saw his combo. Game 3, I ended up going into Dom Angelwomon, but I was still aggroing him. Like, I didn't care if my Dom died to a security. And he ended up giving me an extra turn because he didn't have the combo pieces in his hand to promote and try to combo me, and he didn't have Metal Siegramon yet. And ended up establishing 2 Doms and like a whole bunch of dudes on the field, and he finally promoted and tried to wombo me, and it took him forever. He ended up having to pass. He didn't want to swing at me. He ended up having to pass turn searching, and he searched like 10 cards / drew 10 cards on that turn. Never saw Metal Siegramon, and the searcher that he passed turn with finally saw one, so I knew he had one in his hand. I ended up clearing his board on my turn, but I couldn't kill him. And then I passed turn to him. He established a level 5 on the field to pass turn to me. And I was like, well, I literally know he has Metal Siegramon in his hand, so I have to play around this. So I killed the level 5, passing turn. He did it again, and then I had to kill the level 5 again to pass turn. And at this point, my board is like 8 dudes. And
20 dudes.
Yeah, people were like, why don't you just kill him? Like, I literally know he has Metal Siegramon in his hand. If I swing at 3 memory, he can just steal turn and then he might be able to pop off on me. I don't know from there.
For extra perspective, everybody's yelling at Sean, just kill him. I'm 2 tables down, and I'm yelling at Sean, just kill him. I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm just over there yelling, just kill him.
But I literally can't, because he set up the Metal Digimon Ace play, and I can't let that happen. I have
like 20 cards on board.
Yeah, I have 2 Doms on the field, but what I'm concerned about is him de-evoing one of my aces, stealing turn, and potentially wombo comboing me with the Metal Digimon if he can loop it or something. I honestly still don't know exactly what combos he can do, so I'm playing more cautiously than maybe I should have. But he ends up running out of level 5s put on the field, and I finally do lethal him. But I ended up with quite a few people on the field by the time the game was over because he was forcing my hand. And then round 4 played against Virus Imperial. Ben was piloting it. Game 1 I established turn 2 Dom Manjawomon. Game's over. You're playing a red purple deck. You don't have outs to this. Game 2 I did not see it quick enough, and he ended up
he did what I couldn't.
Yeah, he ended up comboing me before I was able to establish it. And what sucks about the combo is it keeps me from playing Digimon by effects. So like I can't establish Dom Angelomon with the Magna Angemon because I can't play Digimon by effects. And I literally couldn't do it, so I just was forced to pass turn awkwardly, and he ended up killing me. And then game 3, I established Dom Angelomon, extend handshake, the game's over. So I ended up winning that 2-1 and then coming in first. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So easy.
Also, during all of that locals recap, the kitty cat, the little Doka here, has been a menace. She keeps trying to climb all over the laptop. And in order to keep her satiated and happy, I have to hold her. So if you look right here, she's all beamed up, and I'm having to hold her.
You have to hold your cat?
This is how we keep her happy. Yeah, this is how we keep her happy. Otherwise, she's going to be unhappy. She's going to climb all over my stuff.
You have to put your hand on your cat, or else it'll get all over.
Be very unhappy.
Okay. All right, so we're going to review some top deck lists from recent tournaments that are post-ban list. Starting off, we have TAC Games with Adelaide Regionals. Sure.
I have a feeling we're probably going to see a lot of Royal Knight.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's 25% of the pie right here is a Drazel, so...
I'm just talking about in general. Ooh, I wonder what deck that is. Ancient Garu, Fenriluga, and Galaxy, of course. Still there.
Oh, okay. I was like, dog, they don't even have the list. They're like, yeah, this is a breakdown.
Alright, bye!
Yeah, bye. Alright, so 111 players. Relatively small turnout. We'll go bottom to top.
Oh, is this the one where Sakuya won? Ew.
Apparently, yes. Alright, so we got Lay Jackie, Gallant X in 16th place.
How much you want to bet he's playing Takuya's?
Yep.
Or Takato's?
Yeah, this is just standard Gallant Mono.
Yeah.
Oh, he's playing the Ace. Never mind. Get this off my screen.
Oh,
Get this.
No.
He's playing 2 War Growlmon Ace.
Yeah, you can click off of this now, Sean.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's playing 5 Tamas. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, why can't I hit back anymore? Oh.
Because it opened up a different opened up a new page.
Dude, the tab was hidden though. Dude, this I need to upgrade my PC just to run this website because of how AIDS it is with all of its ads.
Just get an ad blocker.
Damn it. I clicked clear deck by accident.
I mean, listen, Sean, I know it's been a while since you've done this, but come on.
It has. I forgot how much I hate this website. Hopefully it doesn't crash my computer.
I like how this guy's still on the Marcus. He's like, just in case.
Just in case he's in a Crimson Blaze.
And a Crimson, yeah.
2.
I mean that might just be the way to go. Just like have one of each in there just in case.
Like, you play 2 Marcus.
Yeah.
But like, you have to have a red body on the board to even activate the Crimson Blaze.
Yeah.
So
That's
like,
a lot of. 1, 2,
you have to see
4, 5, 6,
2, 3,
7,
4.
8, 9. He's playing 9 different names that are all red that he could play off of them. No, I'm not saying he's playing 9 cards. I'm saying 10 if you count the Marcus. So 10 different red cards in there at least.
There's 15 total red cards that would give him access to the red color.
If they have the floodgate, it's just Marcus.
Yeah.
Unless you hard play something for full value.
Yeah, Gallant one. Medieval.
Off just the floodgate.
I mean, that's still 11 memory. You have to give him to do that.
I don't care. It's medieval. He's a PED.
It is medieval. Yeah. Only 2 medievals.
We have discovered that Sean is into performance-enhancing Digimon, as they have become known.
I am.
So Sean is on the juice.
Do you know how...
He has told us that he can stop whenever he feels like it.
I mean, there weren't any medieval Gallantmons in my Angels deck. As much as I wanted to put them in there.
Yeah.
Sean, have you tested out that Alphamon in this list? I feel like what does it do? Just recover 1?
This one? I hate it. Yes, it just recovers 1. Yeah, it's bad.
And then what, like minus 8,000 if like a security is removed?
Yes.
I mean,
when the hell is that going to happen?
I guess if you purged it out, you wouldn't get to recover, but then you'd swing and then give something minus 8. But it's like, I feel like it could be something else.
Yeah.
What's the inheritable?
Irrelevant.
Yeah, it doesn't matter unless
it's all turns. It protects this guy. So if you DNA into him, I guess, after you Omnimon out.
Omni, yeah.
But that's basically
seems
it.
Win more.
Yeah.
Seems win more if you do that, and it seems bad if you're just playing it normally.
Yeah, I tested all of these cards whenever I was building my Gallant or my Omni list or my Royal Knights list. Like I tested this alpha, Dynus, Lord Nightmon, Genku. Like I tested all these, and I just was like, these suck. I'm not playing them.
I'd rather just kill people.
Yeah, I'd rather just kill you.
I'd rather just play all.
I'd probably play Gallant X if I had it, at least one.
I tested. I didn't like it. It's like a worse Justmon GX Ace when you're purging it.
That's fair.
Because it's only 12k.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, well.
Yeah, that was Zach. I'm not going to try to say your last name. Alan Simpson, Galaxy. Let's see what.
I wonder if this is the Invisimon version. He's playing a Jesmon video.
It is. It's the Worlds list. It's always very similar to it.
Were they playing Jesmon in the Worlds list?
I don't know. I just figure everything's going to be like the Worlds list.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just talking about
Invisimon's in the Worlds list.
Worlds.
Invisi, Mirage.
He's playing one mental training.
Just
the one.
Yeah, just the one.
I mean, you can't.
Training is mental.
Yeah, I mean, you can't play 5 Wisterias.
I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, this is interesting. He's doing 1-in-1 Mega Seadramon X and Huankun. What's the Jesmon?
How many of the level 4s, or not level 4s, how many of the level 5s for the Galaxy Ninjas is he playing? I can't quite read it from here.
Level 5s? 7.
No, 5s, my bad. 4 and 3?
Yeah, 4 and 3.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it's just for removal, and then one of the Digimon can attack right away, maybe?
I mean, that is what he does, yes. That is what Jesmon does.
He's got red-black decoys, so I don't know.
But like, that's decoying what? Your Invisimon, which probably isn't going to be on the field anymore, and what, Gallantmon X?
I got it. He didn't have a third copy of Gallant X.
It's possible, or he didn't have a third Invisimon.
Yeah. Budget player be
maybe he just likes Jesmon.
I mean, that is possible. He just put a 1 of in. He's like, yes.
Just so I could say I played it, yeah.
Yep.
Can't wait to see this list.
Vinvent, Fenrilugamon 13th place. Yeah, curious about this. This is probably BT4. Yeah, it's BT4.
It's OG.
Yeah, it's OG.
Kind of have to do that.
I mean, yeah.
Why did he put Takemichi Zuchi as the card if it's not even in here?
That's true. Yeah, it's Takemichi Zuchi. It's like there isn't even a card in here called that.
you still have access to really good stuff. Like the Dino Bee's really good.
Yeah, he's got double
the new tamers are very good because you get Alliance.
This dual tamer is very strong.
Yeah, Brandon, here you go. This is the deck you should pick back up and try and play again.
Oh yeah, you can play this, Brandon. This is one of your pet decks from back in the day.
Yeah, do we have Dino Bees, Chris?
I think so.
They're like
partition. I need at least 2.
They're like 12 to 15ish, I think. If you guys, you can borrow some of mine if you need them.
Okay. I might just whole hog rip this list off and just try it.
Yeah, just give it a shot. Try it out. See how
many ruin modes is he playing? 2?
2. You guys have 2.
Yeah, I have 1. I literally have 1 just sitting on me right now.
I know. I'm gonna need it back when we get our cards back. When we get it, Sean. Yeah.
Yeah, eventually.
Okay. Maybe I'll try it out.
Ancient Garu.
Yup, exactly. I knew it. I knew it was gonna be red base with medieval. I knew it.
There's only one medieval Gallantmon in here.
What?
Budget.
Yeah, that's
budget.
Oh, he's playing the stupid Lobo too. Hate that thing.
Ugh.
It's like Zoe on legs.
Oh yeah, it is.
I hate it. I mean, I guess it's cool because if an ancient ended up in my security, let me grab it. But I don't know, man.
Sean, off the top of your head, do you know how strong the promo Guillemon is? The when attacking draw card.
Is it weak? I think it's 2,000 if I'm not mistaken. But I mean,
pull it up, I'll just pull it up.
This guy triggers whenever any of your red Digimon attack a player. So technically, although I guess Guillemon is just when attacking. I think if I'm not mistaken.
What is it?
Yeah, I think.
Promo?
Yeah, it's
Guillemon is only when he. I think Guillemon is only when he attacks.
Same exact DP.
Yeah, it's only when.
I was literally when attack and draw 1.
Yeah, so I guess that's why they play the bird over.
Yeah, because you can trigger it off of any of your red Digimon attacking. You can trigger it off medieval Gallantmon attacking.
But you know why people are playing this version of the list? Look at the first card. Look at the third card.
Yeah, it has access to floodgates.
Yep.
Yeah, Blue still doesn't have a play by effect guy, do they?
Yeah.
Makes
pretty
sense.
solid floodgates. Especially for this format, a lot of people are being played by effects, and Solarmon, his little gear boy takes out like that.
I think I would just cut the jet and just play another medieval, and then cut that Lobo and just play a third medieval.
And then I'd cut the other Lobo and play a 4th medieval.
I think you still need to run.
Oh, is he playing 2 of those?
Yeah, he's playing 2 of those Lobos.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if you're playing this version of the list, I think you still need some copies of additional names like Lobo. But the problem is, it's basically either BT4, who cannot Evo on top of your dual tamer, or
BT.
That's it.
Oh, never mind.
No, see, I would cut if this was me. I'd cut the jet, play another medieval, cut that Lobo, play another medieval, and then change the other Lobo to the promo Lobo. No, because you can't even Digivolve.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. I can't even Evo into that.
You'd have to get it in your trash somehow, and then tuck it under your Takuya to get its effect.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, that's cool. Good for him. Kind of surprised he's playing that Tokomon instead of something else.
Yeah. Monkey Bard, 11th place, Red Purple Imperial.
Yep. I feel like this is going to be one of those decks where we're going to be like, yep, that's what this is.
Yeah,
except for that white tamer. I don't...
Dude.
What does she do?
He's only playing 3 promo Shadras. This is budget.
Oh. That's because he's playing the XV-mons and the Sting-mons.
There's no reason not to play. This is the best card in the deck.
Yeah.
I legit think this is because they couldn't get a 4th.
Yeah, probably.
Which, I mean, it's fair. It's like a $75 to $100 card depending on the day, but...
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have it, you don't have it.
Yeah, this is a 4 of if you can afford them / get access to them by having friends that have 4 for some reason.
Oh, dude, I just wish they would do reprints better in this game.
I think they're gradually figuring that out. I mean, we have to remember how young the game is still. Granted, they do have other games to look at to understand how to do reprints better, but in a vacuum, our game is still a baby.
There's no reason. This is going to be a slight side tangent. There's no reason they should tease, not show, tease all force support, and Rena shoots up to like $120.
Well, I told you, I think Rena is going to be unnecessary. Unless they reprint it randomly, I think it's going to be unnecessary for the new support, and the people that bought them out are going to be sad, and they're just going to crash again.
Yep, probably.
Kane with RKs, playing 3 medievals. Not 4. Both of them were playing 4 Omni X's. I just didn't like it at 4.
I had no problem seeing it last night at 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't have any issues seeing it at 3 when I was playing it. And you don't need it. Especially for this list, because he's playing 4 Dynas, 4 Last Guardian. Like, you're gonna see it.
Yeah, I feel like the Dynas is too many. I'm gonna cut mine down to 2.
I think anything above 0 is too many, personally. But that's just me.
Also, promo Vidramon is 40.
Yeah, all of the old 4 stuff got bought out as soon as it was announced. Red Purple Super Saiyan Gaga. Red Purple Imperial. 4 promo shades, okay. Everything else is
pretty standard.
I would say pretty standard, yeah.
Yeah. Congrats. Sakuya X Player.01.
This is very close to, I think, the world's list.
I just want to,
if not almost card for card.
I just want to complain about this for a second. So these Starmons right here, the Starmon, used to be like $1 or $2, and I considered picking them up a couple months ago, but I was like, I don't need it right now. I'll just wait until I need it for something. But I wanted to get the card, the foil version. After Worlds, which apparently this was in, it's now a $20+ card, and it just irritates the hell out of me, because I'm like, I'm not paying $20 for this card.
Is it like a promo, or
it's the foil version out of EX7.
Oh,
it's like the 2 per box thing.
The full color.
Yeah,
like the full color one. Gotcha.
Yeah. Should have bought them when they were $2. I literally had them in my cart, and I was like, I don't need to spend my money on this right now. I'll do it later.
What's the Talmon do again?
I'll have to read it.
I think that's another big difference between Rashid and his deck is he plays a lot of these and doesn't play a lot of the other ones.
On play, when Digivolving, if it's your turn, you may use one single color, use cost 5 or lower option card from your hand without paying the cost. If it's your opponent's turn, give one of their Digimon security attack -1, and it can't activate when Digivolving effects. Inheritable, when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -4,000 DP for the turn, not once per turn.
Okay. And what's the other one do? Because they're only playing, what, one of that?
Yeah, it's 1 and 4 is their ratios for their 5s. Barrier, and then when Digivolving, you may use one option card that has plug-in in its name or is yellow from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. Inheritable, when attacking once per turn, if the Digimon has Kuyamon in its name, you may use one option card that has plug-in in its name or is yellow from your hand with the cost reduced by 2.
Yeah, see, the World's List was also playing that ratio where it was like 4 and 1.
Yeah, only 2 Ruin modes, 2 Valdararms. Yeah. 4 of the good Rika.
Yep. I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Yuli with Royal Knights.
Another one.
Only 2 medieval gallants.
Playing a device.
Queen device.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of lists randomly playing it.
Yeah, minus is 3k on something.
I mean, yeah, I think that's better floodgate spot removal. I mean, the problem is you can't use more than one.
He only plays
unless you
one.
Find a way to track it.
Yeah, he only plays one, which is smart. Because if you see it, it's fine.
Yeah, once you see Marcus as well, you're good. You're Gucci.
Yeah. Only 2 medieval gallants.
Listen, Sean, not everybody's juiced up like you, okay?
Only 3 cool boys. That's also surprising.
That's also very surprising.
He's playing 4 BT13 Omni. and 3 Omni X.
Not everybody's juiced up, man. Maybe that's what he had.
I mean, it's possible. I mean,
Yeah,
this
you don't know.
Medieval Gallant's like a $90 card. Like, I get if you don't have access to 4. But don't sit there and tell me that it's optimal to play less than 4. Linden, Gallant X.
Staccato,
Yeah, that's better. No aces.
Yeah, he's not playing the Ace Wargrowl. Yeah, I mean, this is relatively standard of the Gallant list we've seen. Still playing the X2 Gigi, I don't get it. You the Goat, Royal Knights 5th. 2 Medieval Gallants.
Well, if that's the first
X
thing he
Ace.
always looks for.
He is playing Exa Ace, which is, this isn't a bad one. It just doesn't have removal. If this Wind Digivolving effect was an on play and didn't require to be DNA Digivolving, I would have played this in my Royal Knights list, but it just isn't removal.
Yeah,
I mean, I could see the
it's like a cool card to like purge out, but
Yeah.
like that's it.
Yeah. I was going to say, purging it out, also it is just a blocker with evade. So if you know your opponent has access to like deletion-based effects, he's a good one to just hard play. Because he is only 9.
Yeah.
I you know what? I might have to tech in the old one. Because I really like the old one, because it's like, if you purged out the old one, it's a really big body, and it's just like Just One GX, where it just gets 2 free swings.
Yeah,
By
that
the
does
old
too.
one, do you mean the BT13 one?
I think so. No. The
You mean the actual
No,
old one?
Draconic Roar.
The EX3 one?
Draconic Roar.
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think that one's just better because you have more keywords, and on top of that, he does unsuspend.
Yeah, this
He
guy's a
is 2
double
checks.
swing with Raid and Piercing. I feel like if you're going to play one, you play this one.
Oh, he does have the attack when and then unsuspend.
He has
attack
all
again.
turns when any
Yeah.
Digimon suspend, or yeah, and when any
Oh,
Digimon
okay,
suspend,
okay.
unsuspend the Digimon.
Then yeah. Then you would just play that one. But it's like you said, he's also got no removal. But
Yeah. Neither
He
does,
is the removal. That's the problem.
yeah.
He's part red, so he is raid. That's his removal, and it's bad.
Yeah.
Right.
If they made his effect an on play, he would be very good.
Yeah.
I think if they made him an on play, it wouldn't do as much. Like,
Well,
I feel like
he'd just be
it would
worse
be like
then.
separated, kind of like how Omni is separated, where they do 2 different things, and you don't get
Yeah.
as much.
Nathan Hodge, or Red Purple Imperial, 4 promo shades. Oh, I'm zooming the wrong way. There we go.
Way
Yep.
to do the
Yeah,
wrong
pretty
zoom.
standard. Very
Very
tight
purple.
deck list.
This is random. The Bill's on blast mode, but everything else, yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's,
Very purple.
He's just like
very
just in
cool.
case.
yeah, just in case he's. Captain
Very
Snuggles,
purple.
Magna X, 3rd place. This is armor version for sure. He's yep.
No flame.
Still playing the blinding ray. I see.
1 blinding ray, 1 awakening, 3 wisteria.
No acid injection.
That card is a
What?
meme, dude. People that play that card are. Yeah, I mean, this guy's decent. Only 2 medievals.
Oh god.
He's gonna point it out every time. You
2
know that.
medievals and 1 Death X. That's weird. I just cut the Death X and play 3 medievals, and then cut something else and play 4 medievals. Yeah, Magnex armor. There's some cool inclusions you can play in this deck now with the Jessamon GX Ace and the Omni X. And the Amekamon, since you're playing Cool Boy, why not?
Yeah, because you can tuck your the Magnus have Royal Knights, right?
Yeah.
In his trait. Yeah, so you can tuck those as well, so you can really start stacking those if they can't answer it fast enough.
I mean, you can't tuck this underneath anything in your breeding area because it has to tuck under Drazel.
Yeah, that one's strange, but maybe it's just like, hey, I'm low on security, just hard play Omni X.
Well, what you do is if they out one of your Magnas on their turn, if you're at 1 or fewer, you just trigger the Cool Boy Interrupt to play a Mechamon, warp into
Right.
Omni X. Or you
That's
can just
fair.
hard slam it if you're at 1 or fewer. It's a little cool trap card play. Chin with the Red Purple Imperial. Interesting.
Well, he's got that one guy, the old dude.
Yeah, the Karada.
Belfay.
Yeah. Draw one, trash one. He's playing the Salamon. Ben is also playing this card.
Hate that card.
It's basically like extra copies of Wormmon because it does the exact same thing.
It just lets you restart your combo. I hate it.
Yeah. I'm surprised more people aren't on this because it's literally just extra copies of Wormmon.
The best card in the deck.
Yeah.
Bro literally hard played it and was just like, alright, I kill you now. And I said, yeah, that just happened.
And then Jordan W with Sakuya X, first place. I'm zooming in once again. I'm a tater.
Okay. This is probably the most interesting version of this deck I've seen. He's playing Shaq, a Numa card, and Gatomon.
Yeah, so he's playing Gatomon for the same reason people are playing the Starmon. It's because it has barrier. The Sukamon is played because it's a 3-drop yellow-black that can let you DNA into Shaq. It's also a security Digimon. Why it's in the deck, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but...
I mean, you can just drop it for 3 and then DNA.
I did say that, yes.
Yeah, so it's there. You can do it. That's why.
Yeah. One pause plug-in, these are like $20 now again.
So stupid. Imagine... Jesus. Imagine you just make your whole board immune to Digimon effects.
Your whole board isn't immune. It's just Shakomon.
Well, yeah, you just evo on top of it.
Yeah, but it's not your whole board. It's one dude.
That is their whole board. They just go to one dude.
I'm pretty sure they poop out tokens. Doesn't Sakuya
X poop out tokens? No, and the other Sakuya.
Yeah, Sakuya X pooping tokens. Is it this one? No. Wait. Yes, this also...
Yeah.
Pipe Fox token. I forgot about the interesting name for the token on that one. Yeah. Congrats. And then we'll go to the... Why does clicking back take me to the bottom of this page? God, this website's so trash. Sang Sang events, March Mexico City regionals. Okay.
Heck yeah. I see Leviamon in Mexico. That's actually kind of crazy.
Alright, so this had 256 players. 8 rounds of Swiss into top 16 cuts. So they actually played out top cut, which is cool.
And Levia X did work.
Yeah, 25% of top cut was Leviamon. Even distribution.
Seeing another Ancient Greymon. I wonder if it's another.
Oh, this is a top 8 breakdown, so it's just 2 and then 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay.
Yeah, another Ancient Garu.
Alright, so we got Sakuya X, Angel.
I think that's also just almost the world's list.
Yeah. I think the world's list played 4 of this Starmon, if I'm not mistaken, but...
Yeah. There's a few changes, but yeah, it's pretty similar.
Yes. That stuff. Royal Knights with Carlos. So we got here. Only 1 medieval. What? Yeah, I do not like this Genkumon. Or like either of these cards as well, but or this alpha, but I just don't. You're paying 13 memory. Like, this guy's a very expensive Royal Knight, and you already have to have something set up in order to get like benefits from his effect. I just don't like it. Just not a fan, dude.
I think he'll be okay at 1.
He literally cost almost as much as Omni.
Yeah, exactly. And he's playing one guy out. Cool.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the appeal of him. Like, I hated him when I tested it. I was like, this is trash. Juan with a red purple Imperial. 4 promo shades. Okay.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, nothing else too odd in here.
Yep, very purple, very Imperial.
Yeah, Vicente, Gallant X.
Get it off.
Yeah, we're not gonna see anything. Yo, he's playing this,
the ace.
He's playing one of this Gallant.
I'm telling you, I'm seeing a bunch of sketch cards.
This art is really cool, but this is not. I don't know why you'd play this over the BT-17 Gallant, but this art does go hard. This is a really good art for a rare. Yeah, he's playing one War Grandma Ace. Okay. Then we have another Angel, Ancient Garu.
Yep, red base.
One Grav Crush, one Hammer Spark, one Ice Wall, one Sorai, one Husband's Judgment.
Honestly,
this guy's checked F out.
Yeah, one Mirage.
I'm surprised there wasn't a certain other one of in here. You know, the
Blinding Ray.
Yeah, why not? You're already there. Just do it.
Probably just because it'll be dead too often. But he probably considered it. He's like, what's on the ban list? Let me put that in my deck. It must be good.
We talked about this. We were kind of surprised that this deck wasn't around more often. I guess after the ban list, people are like, you know what, let's go back and test it. And it's like, hey, it's still not that bad.
Well, this version never played the promo Lobo, so this version went untouched by the ban list.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe after the ban list, people were like, let's try this list back out.
Yeah, I mentioned it multiple times. Like, I was surprised that like this kind of fell off because I was like, this deck isn't bad. I don't know why people aren't playing it.
I also like his just a random edition of the Mirage. Might as well. It's at 1.
Yeah, might as well. I can go into it.
Yeah, you can randomly win games with it. Like, why not?
Yep, Mirage, your turn. Or is it? Victor with Levi X. Let's see. Yep. Nothing super crazy here. Yeah, this is pretty standard.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the Anubis.
It's
got the animal package, yep.
Yeah, nothing crazy. 4 proto forms. Luis with Magna X. This is the armor version. He is playing the promo flame.
You do be doing it.
Let's see. Other than that, nothing. I mean, he's playing a bunch of the like tech options and stuff.
Yeah, he's still on the old version.
He's playing 2 Davis and Kins, but also 2 of the promo Davis.
At that point, just play the 4 of the.
Yeah, I'd rather play 4 Davis and Kins. He's not playing Cool Boy, which is surprising. But I mean, you have to make a decision between Cool Boy and this package, I think. Well, I mean, you could cut all these options, but people don't like doing that. Yeah, congrats. We have Oscar with Levi X.
For standard.
Nothing out of the ordinary here. This is actually pretty similar to the other. Oh, he's playing 3 protoform, 1 BT9 X Annie.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's playing both the X antibodies.
Yeah. I wonder if that's because he couldn't get a 4th protoform. The only time, like, this might be because in order to make your Levi X live, sometimes you have to be able to tuck X antibody at will under a 5. So maybe he was doing it because of that reason.
I mean, yeah, I guess that checks out.
Alright, Core TCG's Pasadena Regionals. God, dude, ads galore. I hate this website so much.
You get an ad. You get an ad.
For real. And, like, I can just hear my computer struggling to render this page. Top 16 breakdown for Royal Knights, so 25% of top 16. We have an Angel list, okay. 375 players, 9 rounds. Gauntlet. Alright.
Yikes.
Lucky the Unlucky with Royal Knights. This person went 7-2. It's because they only played 2 Medieval Gallants.
I swear to God.
This is an interesting...
It's not even a meme at this point.
It's not. I'm being dead ass, dude.
It's never going to get old either. It's just funny.
I'm not joking when I say it.
I know you aren't.
This is an interesting choice. He's playing Gatsumon, which... Yes, that does slow down other unfair decks, including the Mirror, but you can't get rid of that Digimon at will.
Right, you have to swing and be like, I hope you die.
Like, let's say if you have BT-13 Omni and the ability to kill your opponent, you swing on their security and he doesn't die, you're just like, I guess I'll kill you next turn. Hopefully you don't kill me.
But if it's the Mirror match, they can't kill you either.
Maybe. I mean, if they just purge out and swing over that dude, or I guess you can't purge. If they...
How would you purge? It's just like, oh, it died? Cool, now I kill you. Oh, it didn't die? Well, you can't kill me.
Alright, that's a good point, Brandon. There's things you can... Depending on how much security they have, though, and like whether or not you have multiple purges set up and stuff, it may not matter. Because if they just drop something and blow it up and then just purge out and kill you, but it would slow down the mirror.
Let's say, for example, right, it doesn't die. Just medieval gallon it.
Yeah. Medieval gallon's pretty solid.
Because then you can swing over it with Vortex.
Yeah, but you're never going to see it while only playing 2.
That is true. You can't search it. A Bubble Boy with Digimon. So this is Angels. Let's take a Gandhi. Let's see.
He found room, Sean.
He did, but he cut into cards I would never cut. He's playing
How many 5. Is he playing?
3.
All right.
He's playing 5 Tama. Cool. Why?
Just in case.
Why? Only 3 Gatos. He's playing 2 of the Rapid Mons. Whatever, I guess. 3 Magna Angemon Aces. 4 Cherubs at least. He is playing 2 Medievals. I unfortunately can't find room for any Medievals in my list. 1 Scramble. He's playing 2 Yellow Mim Boosts and 1 BT14 TK. He's only playing 3 BT1 TK. This is similar to my list, which will be coming to the channel in the not too distant future, but there's definitely some things I disagree with.
Hold on, you don't like the Valder arms in this. Why don't you just cut those in your current list and put those with Medieval?
I've said that.
Oh, that's right.
When I do the deck profile, I'm going to show the Valder arms because they were in the deck, and I'm going to be like, if you hate this card as much as I do, feel free to replace it with 2 Medieval Gallantmons.
Feel free to start juicing.
Yeah. That's a good card. I don't know. It feels
Winmore.
It feels
too definition of Winmore.
Yeah, it feels too Winmore for me in this list. If you had like some kind of end of turn DNA inheritable, it would be significantly better because you could pull turn back. But you have to maintain turn, which means you start your turn basically with 2 level 7s on the or level 6s on the field that you can DNA into with. Yes, it does secure game shots and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. For me, it helped me confirm the game 1 turn sooner, and if I needed to desperately go into it to like turn off their turns, that was nice.
Yeah, that's.
And then also the addition of the 2 memory that you gain off of doing it is also helpful.
Yeah.
Like it can further extend combos.
You also have to realize what format he's playing in. If he's going 9 rounds, he's probably expecting a lot of Royal Knights.
Yeah,
and just turning off their on plays is a good play.
Which is exactly why I didn't cut it and left it. Like, if I were just going to my locals and I wasn't building my list for the meta, it would be 2 Medieval Gallants.
Yeah, because Medieval's really good.
Yeah, but if I'm building for a tournament, it would be 2 Valder arms, even though I'm not a huge fan of the card. As good as it is, it is a good card. It just doesn't feel super awesome.
You can turn off Perperial as well. Because like
half their combos on plays.
Yeah, exactly. You can turn that off. You can turn off. Yeah, just being able to turn off on plays is really good, especially since like just being able to do it on top of your. Can you get out of here? I
don't disagree. I think the card is awesome. It's
not your vibe.
Yeah, it just never does more for me than. But granted, I am playing at my locals, and like I'm not playing against Royal Knights very often. So like the matchups that it's really awesome for, I just don't really play against.
Yeah.
But so that's why I hate seeing it in my hand. But you know, Gallant X Checo. Okay, he's also playing the Ace. Yo, he's playing a high speed plug-in.
Okay, I love this deck. This is my favorite deck we've seen.
This guy listens to the podcast and he's like, you know, I'm gonna take Brandon's advice and try this out.
It's a good card, bro. Oh, you want to stop me by having blockers? Have you considered no?
He's playing a BT10 Jesmon GX.
Why not?
But why?
But why not?
But why?
Also, he's only playing one X antibody and one protoform. That seems a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really strange. I'd rather play the Ace at that point. The GX Ace. Because then if like it makes it back to your turn, you get to swing and trash one of their security and then swing again.
And do it again.
Yeah. Worked out for him. Chris N91, Royal Knights.
Mm.
4 and 4 on the Omnis. 3 of this Alphamon, dude.
Jeez.
Jeez Louise.
He said, I'm going to keep recovering. I don't care.
Maybe he just wanted to make sure he could DNA into the Uryuken, maybe? I don't know.
I love how many Ulforce he's playing. You don't see very many of the Ulforce.
You see none in almost every list. I'm surprised he's playing too. I mean, it's not a bad card. There's so many good choices that like it's hard to fit him in list.
I mean, honestly, I'd be playing that Ulforce because he's just a Source Strip, right?
Source Strip and Bounce.
Yeah, that's good. Especially since a lot of decks have like deletion protection and stuff like that. It's just, this is something you didn't expect, and now it's here. Plus, he's cheap. He's only 11 compared to like your 13 Gonku over there.
Yeah, which
Sean, bring it. Sean, shut up, Brandon. Bring it up, Sean. Do you get to pick the sources, or is it like bottom 2?
I believe it's you pick them. For each your Digimon with the Royal Knight trait and each your blue tamers, trash the top 2 sources of one of your opponent's Digimon. So it's
and the fact it's top 2 is usually the good ones.
Yeah, you can hit aces.
Yeah, you can hit aces. And then your turn once per turn when you play Digimon with the Royal Knight trait or blue tamer, return one of your opponent's Digimon with no sources to the hand. So you can purge him out and bounce something with no sources because that's not an all in play.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could also if you could say they went into Valderarm and it's been a turn. You can like target out their partition Digimon. I mean, you've probably lost at that point already because it's already been a turn, but
most likely yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nathan Warren Galaxy. Only one medieval. He's playing the Ryugamon. I like this card.
I mean, yeah, but didn't you just like abusing it because you could abuse it with Zudomon Ace?
Yeah, obviously. I like cards because you can abuse them. What other reason is there to like cards?
Which is crazy because he's not even playing any Zudo Aces.
He's not. It lets you abuse the Huan-kun, but you can also like with him you can abuse Lekis, Luna. You can decode into Huan-kun or Cress. It just lets you like combo.
Yeah, which this deck likes to do.
It do be comboing. He's playing the One Mirage. I mean, I guess I would rather play more Medieval Gallants, obviously.
What?
No way.
He's playing one Wisteria memory boost. Just like, why? Why even bother? People like playing Ukamons in this deck, and I don't know why. I'd rather cut all of these and just play 4 Wisterias.
I agree. I think it's kind of dumb having to wait a turn to search for your cards. I'd rather just play a card that searches my cards.
Exactly. I want to get one of these rookies on top of this Tama and be promoting it ASAP.
Yeah, ASAP Bird.
Yeah. Royal Knights Intra. This person also went 7 and 2. I think all these people's records are the same. He's only playing one medieval.
Get this off my screen. Get this off right now.
Oh, he's playing the War Growl Ace.
People are really afraid of floodgates and trying to find different ways to out them.
This actually isn't a bad choice to out floodgates because it's 5 memory and then your opponent has to deal with it.
No.
It's actually 4 memory if you pop a floodgate because you do gain memory.
Does he have any ace level 6s that can go on top of that?
Probably not. Nope.
No.
Did you evolve the medieval?
How?
Could you?
How sway?
How?
By helping your opponent, it doesn't know that you can. Did you evolve on your turn?
Hoping your opponent doesn't know what this very popular deck does. I mean, it's possible. He's playing 3 alpha, or you can aces. Nice. Yeah, he's playing the Queen device. This is a cool card.
Yeah, he's got the device, the Crimson.
Yeah.
Digimon Emperor.
1 Digimon Emperor, yes. Just in case. GFG Peaches, Digimon X.
Yep.
That looks like the list.
Hold on.
What the hell is that in the bottom corner?
You know what it is. It's the best card in the game, buddy.
The card that outs Magna X?
Yeah, it's the outs Magna X.
He said Magna X will not screw me.
Oh, God. You can play it for reduced cost or potentially free depending on what card you play it with.
Brian, you know that Cody Rhodes meme with the ref?
Yeah.
That ref was trying. He said that Magna was trying to F on me.
Yeah, it's a one of.
This guy's locals is just scattered with Magna monsters.
Yeah, he's like, I need an out to this. You let me have it.
I mean, to be fair, wouldn't that be like your worst matchup? Is just a big unimmune Magna?
Probably.
Or a big immune Magna?
Yes. It probably would be your
That's
worst
awesome.
matchup. Yeah, that's funny.
That's That's my favorite list we've seen so far.
Bevron, Bevron with Galaxy, 2 medievals.
Oh God, he's playing the old guy.
Who's the old guy?
The old blue tamer.
Oh, the dog walk tamer.
Yeah.
I guess if you see it, you see it.
He's playing Floodgates. Can the Automamon even Evo on your... Like, why not just make it 2 Gatsu then? Maybe so you could have 1 of each color, so if you have to, you can Evo on top of it. I mean, the blue one, I think, makes a little more sense because you're playing more blue level 4s, if you're, like, thinking about it from that direction.
Yeah, it does, but, like... I think I'd rather play a Solar so I can Evo on top of my Tama.
Also, don't both of the... Well, no, the Lekis can Evo on top of red, but I don't think the Gao can Evo on top of red, can he?
No, he can't.
He specifically has to be Galaxy trait.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It
worked for him, so...
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. Most of this top end, it's like 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Yeah. Okay. Abe with Gallant X. 1 Solarmon, 1 Gatsumon. One Medieval, okay. Is this the first Gallant list we've seen that's playing Medieval Gallant?
I think so.
It's searchable, dude. Just put 1 in. It's fine.
He's also playing 5 Tamas, which is kind of crazy.
I don't know. Why? Why are people playing 5 Tama? What the hell are you hatching a 5th Tama versus? Especially in a deck like this that just turns your card sideways.
Good question.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man.
I don't get it. Minty. Okay, Minty, I guess. Levi X.
Yep, pretty standard.
1 Lord Knight X. Other than that, nothing unusual. 2 Psych, 2 Gazi. Yeah.
That's pretty standard.
Yep. Akiko? Gallon X.
Yep.
This is about what we've seen. 2 BT9, 1 Protoform.
This is pretty textbook.
Yeah. Then we have Liam with Galaxy X. This person also went 711.
Yep.
Yeah, this is pretty normal. We have Final, Red Purple Imperial. This person went 8-1. Also playing 1 Sala.
Sala
is the 5th worm. 1 Valk Ace.
I mean, that's an interesting tech.
Maybe for the mirror.
That's what I was thinking.
If you're ending, yeah, I was gonna say if you're ending on a board with level 5, like your opponent has to think about the fighter or not the fighter, the dragon mode ace anyway. So it's not like you're bluffing like an ace play. I don't know.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice.
I feel like it would definitely catch people off guard.
Yeah.
Like if they're expecting the dragon, but then you hit them with the Valak, it's like, oh.
Oh, it's also searchable because it's a free trait. The Wormmon can add it to your hand.
Yep.
I forget that he's free trait sometimes. Malloy with Royal Knights, person with 8 and 1 coming in third. He's also playing double Gatsumon. Only 2
How many medieval Yep, there it is.
Yep. Sorry, I started in this bottom corner and worked my way this way. Yeah, I just play 4, dude. Just put 4 in. It's cool.
Just put them in there.
It's safe. It keeps your opponent from doing the Amekamon play if you're playing against the mirror and you're trying to kill them. Levi X, Dangeef. Yeah, this is
just proto form.
Yeah, just normal. And then Blue Green Imperial Miguel. This person also went 8-1, coming in first due to tiebreakers.
Damn, thought this deck was dead after that Stingmon hit.
I mean, he is playing the one Stingmon.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to at this point, right? You got to pull one out for the homie. 1 medieval. He's playing 3 cards that can search it. Just this promo Wormmon and then 2 Davises. This is BT16 Dragon, right? Yeah. Yeah, 1 Lydramon, which is, I guess.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it's just because it's blue-green.
Probably that, but also Floodgates. You can suspend the Floodgate rookie and like swing over it.
True.
That's what I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure.
No, that makes total sense.
I'm surprised only 3 of the promo Vmon. I guess he was cutting space for something. I mean, I would rather cut the Wormmon, the promo Wormmon for this.
Well, what are his counts? 7 and how many?
It's
how many
Wormmon
total?
It's 7 Vmon, 6 Worms. So he's only playing 13 rookies. He's playing 5, 9, 10, 11 champions, 7 mega or 7 ultimates, and 7 megas or 9 megas. Okay, it's quite a few.
Huh.
Interesting. No paladin mode. I just realized.
Nah, he's just trying to kill you.
That's fair. I mean, it's just like it makes the return better.
Right.
But I mean, that's fair if he didn't have room for it. But congratulations for coming in first. Tiebreakers are lit.
Tiebreakers do be lit.
Alright, weekly reveals. So we have Skull Greymon. On play, when Digivolving, one of Digimon gains raid and retail until your opponent's turn ends. On deletion, you may play 1 adventure trait card with a play cost of 4 or less from your trash without paying the cost. And heritable on deletion, same thing.
This is cool. I mean, this potentially gives me another purple level 5 to use in the deck for what I plan on using. But I don't think it sees play.
I like how it just says adventure trait card, so you can play the tamers and stuff like that. So I'm glad we're starting to get more. Yeah, I'm glad we're starting to get more in archetype like effects like that.
Yeah, it also evos on Greymon or adventure trait for 3 memory.
Yeah. I mean, what's really cool is I could potentially like play this dude out, or play a dude out. Let's say for the Metal Garu, use another card to evo into this because the archetype has a bunch of when you do this evo for free.
Yeah.
And then you could play out another card, so you're just like, but it has to be an on deletion, which is like you're not triggering it immediately. You're hoping your opponent does something to your board.
Yeah.
which is what makes it bad.
Yeah.
You could give this guy Rush with one of your effects, I think. Don't
You could.
And then you
A tamer.
attack with Raid and Retile into something.
Yeah, but then, like, are you kamikazing it at that point?
I think you'd
You also
probably...
play something else out?
Probably.
I mean, at that point, just... Yeah, I mean, I guess it is a removal.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, you know.
I don't think it has space. I don't see it making the cut.
You know more about it than I do. I have not touched Adventure.
I have attempted
beautiful.
to build a deck. Me and Ben have been like theory crafting, but Ben has actually tested it.
Yeah.
I have not tested it. I kind of wait until I want to wait until I have the cards in hand, and then start testing it because I don't know what it is about holding the physical cards versus playing on the sim. But I feel like if I'm playing on the sim, I want to know what the deck does. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This alt art is gorgeous. It'll probably be $60 if I were to guess.
Hecka expensive.
Yeah, because it's a secret rare.
It's a pretty good card too.
Also, it's like basically mandatory for the adventure deck.
It seems like it's probably going to be a 4 of, so that's why I'm guessing it's going to be so expensive.
Yep. So if we get any, just know Brandon is calling dibs first and foremost. Don't trade it to anybody else.
Okay.
This card's also going to be expensive.
Yep. Yeah, this is played in the armor deck as well as... That's it. So good.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then we have the Tocado.
I mean, it's just like BT12. They just came out with these tamer alt arts, and it's like, oh, I need all of these. They're beautiful.
It is like BT12, except for BT12, they were all rares, and they were like, let's make them all supers, even though you play these in like every deck, and it's...
This card's just bad.
Well...
Cool art, though.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I
cool
wouldn't
art.
be upset. I wouldn't be upset pulling this one, because I know
Yes, I
for a
would
fact...
I'd be absolutely livid.
Because I know for a fact there are people who are like, oh, I just don't care about the card. I just like Gallantmon. I'll buy that from you. I'll be like, my man.
Yeah, and then trying to offer you like 20% less than what it is.
Yeah.
Because they also know it's a bad card and it's going to go down.
Correct. There's no people that love this deck so much that they're willing to overpay for this at our locals. Then we have Hero. I wish they would get rid of the sample. That's really annoying.
Yeah.
Especially since it covers up his face. Like,
Yeah, it does.
almost entirely. Because I can't even tell what he's eating. It looks like candy.
Yeah, some kind of Japanese candy probably.
Another cool looking card.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I'm not a huge fan of like the Gamamon lines, but he himself is an adorable little dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would kill for him.
Okay. Regulusmon. On play, when Digivolving by trashing one card with Gamamon in its text from your hand, give one of your opponent's Digimon collision and start of your main phase Digimon attacks until their turn ends. On deletion, you may play one Canon Weissmon or one level 4 or lower Digimon card with Gamamon in its text from your trash without paying the cost. Inheritable. On deletion, you may play one level 4 or lower Digimon card with Gamamon in its text from your trash without paying the cost. Taunt and collision. That's really interesting.
Yeah. I mean, especially since they have a level 6 ace, like in Archetype.
Oh yeah, they do from BT15 from the LM set. Yeah, I forgot about that. I wonder if those got bought out.
Probably.
So dumb.
The normal alt art.
Yeah, Puppetmon Ace alt art. This looks pretty nice.
I might have to pick one of these up and just send it off to our buddy Jock. He's a huge Puppetmon fan. Not
These
our
are
locals, Jock.
Still,
Huh?
Not
still no
locals,
gun.
Jock.
Yeah, still no gun. This is just a good 7-drop card.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, D-Evo 2 is awesome.
And then bot deck something. And then it just
Yeah,
has
I'm
reboot
saying like
blocker for
that.
the rest of the time it's on the field.
This
Yeah,
definitely
that
would have been played in mommy control.
Your version.
Still can
yeah.
be.
Nope, that deck is dead.
Not
that version of the deck is dead.
We'll see.
Chris, I think you had a pretty okay version of it as well, because you could play the black hybrid that gives things blocker.
Not enough.
Alright, whatever.
Yeah, with Taiki Kudo giving us the thumbs up. Stupid. Hate Cross.
That looks okay.
Tagiru.
Also looks okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I talked about this the other time. Just Digimon Gen 1er. These new ones are just... whatever, man.
This looks so good.
Yeah. That's going to be expensive, too.
It will be, dude.
Unfortunately, Sean, we are not the only ones that are excited for this deck.
I know, dude. It's going to have waifu / hype. But even though I know the deck's not going to be tier 1, it's annoying knowing going into it that it's going to be expensive for no other reason than people like the cards.
I don't know. I've seen what the deck can do. If you see your pieces,
okay,
it's pretty nice. Again, that's a big if. The second line is
pieces.
Trash. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to be meta relevant, but it'll be like tier 2.
Yeah, I said it's not going to be tier 1.
Oh, okay, fair.
I'm sure you can play this at locals and have a good time against decks that aren't top of the tier list, but it's annoying because this deck should be cheap based on how good it is right now, but people are going to buy into it just because it's a cool archetype. Then this also looks super awesome.
I love cards like this. Like, we see them a couple times every now and then, where the card references the card game because he's holding a card. I like that.
Yeah, I do too. God, I can't wait. I hope that the market crashes on these cards so I can pick up all the alt arts for like super cheap before it actually gets before it actually gets tier 1 support. Yeah, Takuya.
Very, very good looking Takuya.
Pause.
It was a pretty good looking art.
I actually think this is kind of plain, and that's not because of any biases. Like, it just doesn't.
Yeah,
it looks kind of.
What I really
the colors are kind of dull for me.
I mean, you should see that season. That season can be a little dull. What I love about it is like the Agunimon is very clearly like spirit, because that's kind of the gimmick, and it actually fades away as you like look lower on it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
Train. Yeah.
Why are there train tracks behind them?
That's a big gimmick of the season, is trains.
Oh. Okay. This looks pretty good.
That's how they got to the digital world in that season. They got on trains.
Okay.
I mean, there's Trainmon, blah blah blah.
Railmon, yeah, all of them.
This looks really nice. It was a big
plot point. Yeah, looks good.
Like that's pretty cool.
Purple and black. This looks really cool.
I'm not like the Sunamon and the whole line's in there.
Yeah. Looks very nice. We have Zenith.
Bro is striking a JoJo's pose holding a Digimon card.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He looks like a stoner. His eyelids are a little droopy.
He looks like he's kind of a dick.
I think he is.
I haven't read much of it, but he just looks like he just gives off like, I'm gonna bully you just because.
I don't get that impression from him, but I have not seen this show, season, whatever.
I don't know, man. He just looks like he's a dick.
He looks like a stoner to me, and most stoners are chill.
He looks like someone who'd be like, wow, they're not playing 4 medievals.
You're right. He looks like a juicer.
Yeah.
Oh God, I keep clicking.
Yeah.
This looks beautiful.
The card's bad.
Yeah, the end. I will say this is better than the one we got in BT17, but that's not saying much. It's so funny they've gotten progressively worse. Like BT12 was like the pinnacle. BT13 was like, okay, we got a memory setter, cool. That's not the BT4 one. And then we got BT17, which is like, oh, why would you play this? And then we got BT21, which is like, eh.
I mean, that sounds like Greymon support in general. It peaked early.
Yeah. If this were a 3 cost, I could see playing this over the memory setting, Marcus. But it's not. So... yeah.
Close to the sun.
Yeah, beautiful card, though. Then we have the alt art of Examon X Antibody.
Pretty beautiful.
Is that Phoenixmon back here?
I want to say it might be Phoenix X.
I don't know the difference between the two. I haven't seen them. I haven't looked at them closely enough.
Well, he's got like the tendrils behind him are the DNA shape, which I think means it's the X antibody.
Yeah.
It would also make sense to have the X antibody on the X antibody card, but you know.
Still disappointed this literally lost a keyword.
I mean, if you evo it on top of the Dragonic Roar one, it gains 3 keywords.
You're not wrong.
So that one doesn't have any.
Oh, man.
Still pretty art.
It is. It's a pretty card. It's just disappointing. Comment questions. J Stewart 00. Can't wait for the Galaxy Engine to abuse Medusamon. Me neither.
That's probably where it'll be best at.
Until it gets like a full, like, until it gets like more fleshed out support, it'll probably be best used as a side mega / like splash and other things.
Yeah.
This next one. Bussy Destroyer.
Brandon, what'd I tell you about your alt accounts?
When Sean plays Hackers Memories, be sure to look into Platinum Sukamon, Platinum Numon, and Tactician USBs. Cut the grinding down immensely. Late game, 3 Platinum Numon, all holding 3 Tactician USBs. Each makes it so you can gain so much experience. You can make busted 80 plus ABI Digimon like Lilithmon or Megamon Zort with good inherited skills in 30 mons or less. Also lets you jump freely across Digimon Evo lines to fill out the field guide. Is that the game that's on PlayStation now?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to download that before it comes off. So it's called Hackers Memories?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to check that out. I'll tell my wife to get off the TV whenever I get done with this. Smitty the Pity. I'm not prepared for the heartbreak Sean will face when new Black War Grandma isn't like Medieval, so I'm jumping on the cope train that it will be like Medieval because that would be pretty fun for the game. I'm sick of playing stack decks, hard drop and die.
Apparently you are in the minority because there are certain people out there commenting on videos that say that Royal Knights is like security control.
Oh yeah. Someone commented on one of the Royal Knight gameplays and was like, this is security control versus what I was playing against, and I'm like, that's...
You don't control your security, what are you talking about?
They're like, this isn't a stack deck security control.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
That's like that meme with a butterfly.
It's one thing if it's...
Is this security control?
If you would have said Mega Zoo, yes, it's literally that, but it's not security control.
Casual's whatever. Casual, man, I don't
Yeah.
know. D Lacey 1895. Red Cybergemon is pretty lit. Just it being the name is really good for some janky things.
True.
Yeah. Crimson 35124. Wouldn't Magnex unsuspend / gain immunity from the security getting trash, allowing your medieval to have an alliance target? He's talking about when I was talking about when I when I Alphamond Todd playing Dynus, like end of turn alpha'd him. And I said he was correct. However, I actually just misremembered the turn, and his Dynus actually unsuspended from its inheritable when it protected itself, so I couldn't have swung over it. But it's fine because I just Alphamon him and then Soul Turn, and then killed him. Benjamin Wiseman 6567. I like the concept of alt art exclusives to each region. If the US ones aren't as appealing as the Japanese ones, it just means we need better artists here to step up. Personally, I'm fine with the English exclusives shown. I don't feel the need to own any of these exclusives. That's because I don't plan on playing those decks. I did feel the need to get 4 of the English exclusive for Zudomon Ace. We should just keep using that artist. I agree. I think the English exclusive Zudomon Ace is the best looking one.
Yeah.
And I do agree we need... Nothing against the artist. I just don't like the things they drew for our exclusives.
You just don't like that style.
Yeah, it's not even the style. I just don't like that particular, like in comparison to the other exclusives. I think that is the worst one, which doesn't mean it's bad necessarily. I just don't like it as much as the others. So nothing against the artists. Justin Jenkins, 4301. Great way to start my morning. Y'all podcast is definitely entertaining. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ashes Fall 9530. Chris, if the Sukumon player was good, it feels like a bad matchup with all the DP minus it gives, and being able to go to ruin mode, keep turn and negative 10k minus in one turn.
Well, guess what he doesn't play?
No ruin mode. Not good. Yeah.
He's also playing way more of the time on Ace than the other one, so he gets punished if I remove that sack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thankfully, no one at our locals plays Sukumon besides him.
Yeah.
Tony Pino 18. Progress also makes the option a person puts in security by way of Cybermon irrelevant. That is true, however, I wasn't talking necessarily about options when I said that. I was just like an example. Like if you play against a yellow player, you're just freely letting them stack their security to do stuff with their security.
Hey, I didn't know what was going to be in there.
You're giving them a BT14 TK for free.
Oh, I have a Gatomon in the raising. Oh, it's a good thing I can now tuck this Gatomon I have in my hand.
I'm going to tuck this card that you don't know about until I Evo into Gatomon for free.
No, it's not for free.
-2 memory.
There you go. You're gaining memory off of that.
Tony Pino 18 again. I think Medusamon is a lot crazier than y'all think. The War Greymon line for the set is for sure the secondary line for the deck. Ideally, when she comes out, you check at least 3 while playing another Digimon.
No, we know. We like the deck. Me and Sean like the deck.
You're coping.
We like it.
It's not going to be tier 1. I don't think it's going to be a bad deck. The issue
that's what we're saying.
is relative to tier 1 strategies, it is not going to be it.
It's what you call a fair deck.
Yes, it will be too fair. Like Necromon, it can do cool stuff. It is too fair, still.
Yeah.
Adaptive Reasoning. Let Chris play Siegramon. Water Snack go Burr. Reminds me of old Garo a little bit. Make sure one of your rookies is EX7 Otamamon for Royal Knights and chuck in a couple of Omni X, Sangomon, the Booze, Trainings, and Cool Boy. I'll search them too.
Yeah, I really like Josh's list. I like the cards that he's definitely just throwing together in there. It's a very, very good deck.
It does go Burr, and he's performed very well with it when he's brought it.
Mm-hmm.
Oreo X1000. I want to say I saw some kind of art that showed a new Force art where he's fighting Barbamon.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't talk about this in the pod, but I did show this to the boys. There it is. I sent that to our little group chat.
Is that a sleeve or is that potentially his alt art? Or do we not know?
That is most definitely going to be his alt art.
Okay, that does look really cool. And that is the reason why arenas are $100 now.
Yep.
Thanks, Obama.
No.
Tariffs.
It's a meme, guys. Fine. Thanks, tariffs.
The new meme is thanks, tariffs.
Thanks, tariffs.
Honestly, though, God, I really hope it's not as bad as people are saying it's going to be. Because imagine, because this is a little insight into ours, but we had to pay for the last set $100 per box instead of the normal $80. Now imagine add the tariffs on top of that. You're looking at like $130, $140 per box.
That's depending on where you bought it. I'm pretty sure Trinity sold them for $90.
Yeah.
And that's after tax.
Either way, it's not looking good, boys.
Yeah. Oreo X. Oh, I literally just read that. Amateurish Author 2202. He's referencing something. Ish. I've been playing the Owen deck a little bit on Drazel, and it's actually really fun. I'm actually debating whether or not Greymon Pala can run the new Owen in it. Probably not, as the deck still isn't great, but I absolutely love the playstyle of Medusamon. Elazamon is a searcher with a good inherit. Demetriamon plays a Tamer and has a decent inherit. Lamiamon is a great ultimate with fairly decent inherit. Medusamon is hilariously good. Progress mixed with the petrification tokens mean you can get rid of 3 security minimum turn 2 if you go second. Medusa only dies to battle thanks to progress. Even the sideline is solid. Agumon pulls pieces back from trash and has a decent inherit. A Cyclonemon plays self from security if checked and can pop Medusa's tokens as well as floodgates. With a decent inherit, Cybergemon is hilariously good in that it enables your innate game plan without putting your mons at risk of counter timing and options if you don't have progress. The Wargrave is also really solid. Raid, blocker, and rush makes it a very solid tool. And I wonder if it can be used in Greymon Pile. Combined with Owen, you can hardplay Wargrave for 11 and swing for game. The option is also really solid. It's just a shame that security effect doesn't put it in the battle area. Decent removal and lets you go Evo for free if your opponent's security is ever removed from, including on your opponent's side. I don't know how the matchup would go versus Angels, as a couple of these effects are all turns. Heck, I've thought about running Victory Greymon. Opponent does security shenanigans and Medusa plays a token. Owen pops a token. Victory Greymon pops a body. Loving the Owen deck. Lots of fun. I do recommend trying it with the various Dragonkin we've got.
Like we said, going to be very fair and fun deck.
The deck will be fun. It will not be tier 1. It definitely needs more support. It looks...
I definitely think... Yeah, it'll definitely get support because it's one of those Liberator decks, so...
Yeah, it'll just depend on how quickly they want to release support for it, but it's got some cool things.
I think it needs another level 3 Searcher, you know, because most good, decent decks all have, like, at least 2.
Yeah.
It's going to need another level 4. The Cyclomon is pretty... It's okay, but we definitely need another one, like a better one for its own core line. I think the level 5s are fine.
Yeah.
I think we agree those are, like, probably the best level in the deck, because the Medusamon's really good, but the second level 6, the War Greymon, is just average to below average at best.
If Medieval Black War is black-red, you could play that as your secondary mega.
Right, so we need another level 6. And then...
For now, you can just play Medieval Gallantmon as your second level 6.
Right, and then the Tamers are okay. I mean, it works with what the deck is. So, and like you said, the option card not coming out of security...
Yeah, that's
is
the worst
really, really unfortunate.
Yeah. I think it'd be a 4 if it hadn't been checked out of security and went to the battle area.
Yeah, it's like a 2 of maybe right now.
Yeah. The deck's got some cool tools. It needs support.
It's definitely a very good first wave.
Yes.
And you can play Omni X in it, so...
True.
Yeah.
It's very promising. It's a promising base.
Yeah. It's better than some of the other first waves we've got in, like, Heavy Metal, for example.
Heavy Metal's gotten 2 waves, still terrible.
Yeah. At least this one has, like, what looks to be a win con.
Yeah.
Like, we're building a house right now, and we've got the foundation down. We just need to finish it.
Yep. Foundation's looking pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Justin So 8231, like what he said about Lobomon and Fenrilugamon, there's a way to do rotation without actual rotation. Yeah, just hit him. Just put him on the ban list.
Put him on the ban list and make me cry.
He also said, Fenrilugamon is dead now. Baumon not being once per turn isn't making Fenrilugamon broken. You forget.
I'm sorry, did we just see a Fenrilugamon deck top?
Yeah, I believe you forgot that there's still a BT14 Fenrilugamon, which is the entire reason I started complaining about Baumon not being once per turn in the first place.
Which it only stopped getting played because everyone started playing the new version. So if all those players just hop back on that version... And they're like, wait, this deck was never bad. We just stopped playing it because the other deck was...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we'll see what happens.
He also said, Shine Greymon will always get support. It's one of the old Digimon anime that will forever, until the end of time, get support.
Exactly.
The issue, though, is it needs to be good support.
Yeah.
We've gotten a couple of lackluster waves.
We got 2 or 3 decent cards for this wave.
Yeah, the BT21, there's a couple of cards that are for sure going in updated lists, but like BT17, meh.
No.
Technically, technically that Agumon from BT 16, I believe.
It was Lifeng support.
He was, but I'm pretty sure he was a Shine Greymon Agu.
Yeah, he was. He had the little red bands. If he has that like the red bands on his arms, he's Shine support.
Yeah. Green Hill Mario. Honestly, the thing that really annoys me about the region exclusive alts is the consistency. All of the Liberator Megas alts have been done by the same artist, so to suddenly have that split in an art collection with no guarantee of when we're getting it feels like a slap. Even disregarding my opinions on the arts themselves, I just want the Tonum. Brandon, do you know how to say that in Japanese or whatever? He wants this particular artist, Medusa. I'm not sure which one he's referencing, though. I don't know which one is which. It's probably the good one. I think it's the Japanese one is the best one, in my opinion, if I remember correctly.
I'm not going to try to say his name and just butcher it.
Yeah. I'm sure Ben or Josh can tell me how to say it.
How do you spell it?
It's Tonamikanji. So like Tonam Mikanji?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Sounds better.
I don't know where you put the emphasis on, though.
You had me in the first half, and then I was like, oh, that last half is tough.
Yeah. P_2K. Oh, I didn't even... I just started talking about how to pronounce it, and I just completely glossed over answering the question. I agree. I don't like the... I like SPs being a different alt art, but the region exclusive alt arts I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah.
Especially when we get, in my opinion, the short end of the stick and the worst one.
But would we be saying that if we got the best art?
I would probably still be saying it, but I wouldn't be complaining about it. I'd be like, this is probably unfortunate for people that prefer our art like us, because they don't know when they're going to get it.
I honestly think there's no winning because everyone's got different tastes. And there are people out there who probably like our version more than the other versions. You know, and then like people like me and you, Sean and Brandon, like us, like the other Medusamon version. I think it's just different between, you know, it's just everyone's different tastes. No one's gonna be truly happy.
Yeah,
there's no winning here. There's literally, unless there's a way to pull any of them, there is no winning here.
Yeah, that's why I said I just like SPs being a different alt art and not being that stupid monocolor thing that I'm glad they finally got rid of, because it's kind of ugly and hard to tell what the art is. And that's it. Like the region exclusive thing, I'm not a huge fan of, because like you said, like we don't know when we're getting the other ones.
Right.
P_2K. Valder and Angels feels so crazy good. It doesn't need partition because by the time you DNA into him, you won the game. LOL.
But if you do get that partition, hey.
If your opponent makes the mistake of clearing your Valdorum when you have like a Cherub Shadow in there, or even, God forbid, double Cherub.
I swung into Ben Security and I got hit with a Rivals Barrage and it popped them both back out, and I was like, yo, they back.
He probably had flashbacks playing as Imperial. It's like, oh, more attacks, cool. Go into a second Valdorum. It's not a bad card. I just, because of how our locals meta is, to me, it's not.
It doesn't feel as tasty.
Yeah. If I were playing in a big event, though, I would absolutely love playing Valdorum, because I'd be like, I played against Roll Knights 5 times.
The real problem is they're not medievals. If they were medievals, he'd feel much better. He'd be like, hey, it's medieval in my hand. I feel the strength.
I drew medieval. It's over.
Yeah.
I have the high ground.
I drew medieval. I'm feeling high.
Justin So 8231, congrats on winning the $20. Thank you.
That's $20 more than you had prior. So
yeah. What's funny is I would have sold them to him for probably like $5 or $6, but he was the one who went, what if I play you for him? It's like, okay. Daredevil 436. That's 5 or 6 total for 2 of them. Daredevil 436. The cloak is a reference to the X Evolution movie.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it.
Forgot about that.
The animation is doo-doo quality.
I haven't either. I was going to rely on you guys to tell me what.
It's the CGI. Like. Yeah, he's got one in there.
He's got a cloak.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy with a cloak. Yeah, also there's been some confusion I saw on the Facebook group. People think that those aren't going to be limited pull rates because there's also a different box topper pack that has the promos in it, like the Mastamon and Gallantmon and stuff, and that's called an illustration pack, and people think they're going to be in there. It's not the case.
Oh, no.
The signature ones are going to be limited pull rates like the previous signature ones, for those of you that are confused by that. Because I saw some back and forth in the Facebook group, and I was like, I went to the website and read it, and I was like,
that was pretty obvious.
I agree. After going to the website and looking at it, I was like, I can see where you could make the mistake. However, these are two separate sections talking about this set. These are not the same thing.
We are not the same.
Yeah. One of them is an illustration pack containing new promos. The other is a limited pull rate with his signature on it, with a new illustration. That was the last one.
See.
Nice.
I wonder how much of this product we're going to get. Because, like, this... I always said, the entirety of last year, I assume when we get converged, or whatever, however you want to say it, we will finally start getting the amount of product that we got from BT14 and previous.
And then the tariffs happened.
It's not... Yeah, I don't know.
And then everything changed when the Orange Man attacked.
When the Orange Man attacked the economy. Hopefully it doesn't impact me personally, but it does suck.
Yeah,
I will say I am coping hard because while you were in the bathroom, I was doing some reading, and some people did conversion rates, and they found out that Japan is selling the Switch 2 for their currency equivalent to 350 USD, which means the 450 USD for us might have been with the tariff in mind.
Like tariffs.
Now the reason that's cope,
why? Yeah,
actually true, is because why would they delay the pre-order window if they already included the tariff? No,
I can add some cope to that. Maybe they did it anticipating tariffs, but maybe didn't anticipate them being as high.
Yeah.
So they may have to like reevaluate.
I think it's also because they saw everyone's reaction online, and because they were getting literally bombarded by everyone saying drop the price. No, but everyone's just bombarding them saying drop the price and stuff.
I mean, it is a ridiculous price point for a Switch, considering it's like what, $50 more to buy like a PS5 or at whatever the new iteration of Xbox is, because their names are stupid. I can't remember which one's which.
It's also a handheld, so I think it makes more sense to compare it to other handhelds on the market. And trust me, as somebody who has a Steam Deck right there, I would say stop trying to eat Batman. I would say the Switch 2 is actually a very good deal.
If the Switch 1 was ever in that realm of price, I would have never bought one.
Oh no, Riot. Because that thing's as strong as a PS3. Not even close to a PS4.
And the Switch 2 is not
like, it's
anywhere
more like
near...
Xbox 360 range.
The Switch 2 isn't going to be near a PS5.
No, the Switch 2 has been confirmed. It's got the specs of like a PS4 Pro.
Yeah. And $450 for a PS4 Pro.
That's in docked. That's in docked mode, though.
Yeah, it's also a handheld. I think that's a good deal.
I disagree.
You take that deal? I'd take that deal.
I would not. I would not take that deal.
Anyway, let's hope the tariffs and everything.
Do what?
Just PayPal in 4.
Paying for you.
I don't want to do that. I would feel very bad spending $500 for a Switch.
I mean, that's you.
It's not really $500 when you do pay in 4.
I mean, it is really $500.
No. It's just whatever you're paying in that first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You don't even add it up. Girl
Girl
so I
math.
justify it. Yeah, so I justify it. I'm only spending this
Game on
much
that.
right now.
I'm only spending this much every 2 weeks for the next few weeks.
Exactly.
No, I would rather buy shiny cardboard than buy a Switch 2 at that price point.
Yeah.
I'd rather buy an SP Medusamon or hopefully multiple.
I mean, with your cope rates for that $200 card set medieval, your cope rates are pretty high for that.
What?
You talking about the premium Bandai set?
Yeah, the premium Bandai set. You're not pre-ordering any of them. You're going to buy singles.
I didn't say that. I said I'm hoping that it stays open long enough for me to have $800 to buy 4 of them at a time before it closes.
And I told you, you're coping. Just buy one. And then you said, well, I'll just buy the individuals.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right. Deuces.
I'll see you guys later.
Later.
I'm going to go rip off that Fenrir deck list and start coping with that, I guess.
Excellent.
Hope it cures my depression.
Remember your analog use.